Oh yeah, what's going on everybody? Your host AMF1534 here. Are you ready for a journey? Are you ready to take part in what's going to easily be the most satisfying Let's Play series I've ever done in my 5-year career up to this point? Because if I had to tell you what I've had to do over the last 6.5 hours to get this series ready and running, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you. But I'm going to tell you anyways, because that makes the story all the more hilarious. Welcome to Let's Play Goldeneye 007, the legend of Nintendo 64 shooting games, made in 1997 by the awesome people at Rare. This game just screams yes in more ways than I have extremities on my body. This game was one that you guys voted on, actually. I let you guys do a fan vote series, and 3 of you brought this one to my attention, as if nobody knows what this game is, but I decided to give it a go. I've been actually wanting to do this game ever since the genesis of my YouTube channel. It's just that I never had the resources to do it, and I'll be talking more about that in a minute because it plays into my story. But the 3 of you that voted on this, one of them was Keep the Beat 929, which that guy is actually one of my very first subscribers that I've ever had on my channel, so thanks a lot, man. You've been around for a long time. Tyler Boeske, if that's how you pronounce your name, I actually have no clue. And then the 3rd one was my brother Spencer, actually. This is one of his favorite games of all time, and he had a little bit to say in my choice of doing this. So this series, before I jump into everything, this series is literally the embodiment of pretty much saying fuck you to top-end technology. And I will explain why in a minute. Let me get the parameters of how this is going to be going as a series, and then we'll get into this entire story that I'm talking about but not explaining. So, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to shoot to get 1 level done in each episode, with the exception of the runway, because that level's literally like 30 seconds long. So that one will be a nice little 2-level episode. So we're also going to be playing on Secret Agent, because Agent is way too easy, 00 Agent is way too hard, and because of the fact that I haven't played this, A, on an actual Nintendo 64 in a long time, like 3 years, and B, because of that, my skills are going to be about as rusty as the Titanic, just rotting on the bottom of the ocean, then that's what we're going to roll with. So, one other thing, I know that people are going to be like, well, if you're not going to play on 00 Agent, you're not going to be able to unlock the Egyptian level and blah-blah-blah-blah foreskin. Well, you know what? Because I know this already, at the end of this, because I know I'm not going to deal with that right now, at the very end of this series, I'm going to do a little bonus thing involving a Game Shark. Oh yeah, we're going to unlock some stuff, we're going to have fun and playing around with things, and then I'll deal with the Egyptian level. So there we go. Now, with all that crap out of the way, let's jump into the legendary first level. I am not going to go over all of the background briefing stuff because it's just annoying as shit, nobody cares. So, oh my god, just hearing this noise and seeing this whole thing right here is like a nostalgia explosion into my brain and my penis. So, just seeing this, it reminds me of when I was 9 years old, because when this came out I was 9 years old and we bought it immediately. It reminds me of hanging out with my brother. We played this game for hours and hours and hours on end, and I'd always have my friends over and we'd have tournaments playing multiplayer just forever. And, oh, it's just so awesome. There's just, everything about this game is just, like, perfect in, like, every way. Now, we've got that out of the way. Now we can talk about this whole story. By the way, this was the first game that I ever learned how to strafe in, which, depending on how old you are, you may or may not have learned that trait for gaming in different formats. Like, some of you older people would have probably learned that from Doom, And some of you newer kids may or may not have learned that from Halo, but for me, it was this. Ah, jeez. Hell out of the way. So, I'm sure some of you guys have been thinking over the last few minutes, why exactly are you saying that this game, or this series, is like the ultimate fuck you for high-end technology? Well, let's just talk about this here, and why this was absolute chaos to the highest degree for a day. Wow, I got both of those guys right in the neck. So, before we even got to the point of me filming this, I actually had to go out and buy a brand new copy of this today. Well, not really a brand new copy, because they haven't really been made in a long-ass time. But I had to go buy another one, because I lost the one that I've had ever since I was little. Just yesterday, nonetheless. So, that was a real pain in my ass. It was like 15 bucks, too, but like the little local video game store right next to my work actually had it on hand, so I definitely spared no expense on that one. I should probably kill this guy here. There we go. Did I get him? I think I did. Did I not? Oh, no, he's dead. Shit. There we go. There's no way that guy's still alive. I shot him square in the head. How did that guy live through that? How did that guy live through that? God. 666, the devil. So, getting into the story, outside of me buying a new copy of that, because that's not even touching the subject at all. So, I get home, and I'm super excited, and I put up a video on Instagram saying, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to film this whole thing, here we go. And so I get everything all set up, and you know, I'm starting to do like a little practice filming on my HD PVR, and I start doing it, and I kid you not, none of it worked at all, like nothing. Like the video was extra choppy, the sound was just cutting in and out, and then it would just eventually crash, like nothing at all. And so I was like, fuck, that's not good. And so I decided to try it on my laptop, because my laptop has, you know, probably some better overall hardware in it. Figured that might solve the problem. So I did a couple practice runs with that. Absolutely nothing. Same exact problem. No audio at all on this one. And so I was like, shit. So I decided to go troubleshoot it elsewhere on the internet. And this is where it starts to get interesting. And I couldn't find a single thing. And it's the weirdest thing to me, because I have an HD PVR, which is designed for, you know, filming games at, you know, high definition and all this jazz. And I mean, I've done PS3 games, it does PS4 games, Xbox 360 games. It has these capabilities for doing all these things, and I've already filmed stuff from those consoles before, and I've, you know, filmed like PS1 games, which are, you know, only 32-bit, they're less than this, and it worked just fine there. But for whatever reason, Nintendo 64 games absolutely would not work. I tried it with a couple other games, just not happening at all. And so I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, I went through all the trouble of getting the game and getting all this stuff set up, and I'm not going to be able to do it. And I shit you not, I had like the most dejected, you know, look on my face about this whole thing. And I was ready to call it quits. I really was. I was ready to just say, you know what? I'm going to have to go and make a video issuing kind of an apology to you guys, saying that I'm not going to be able to do this, and that we're going to have to go with like a backup plan, because I just... I just straight up ran off of there. How he does not have broken bones is something that can only be left to video game logic. But it's really hilarious. So, I was ready to just call it quits. I really was. And then, all of a sudden, it hit me. I went into the storage room, and some of my older subscribers will remember this, but it would have to be at least a couple years ago. When I first bought a capture card, it was this little bummy ass Diamond VC500. It was this little low grade thing. Wasn't really the best capture card, but I had it for a little while when I was filming some different games like Condemned for Xbox 360, and I did it for the Super Mario Galaxy stuff, and a bunch of different things, and so that was kind of what I was using for a while. And it got the job done until I ended up getting my HD PVR. And so I remembered that I never actually got rid of that thing. I actually, I still had it sitting in a box in my room that I had 135% forgotten about. And I was just like, holy shit, I still have this thing. And so I was like, if this thing works right now, because I had tried it with a couple of games, and it wasn't even working anymore. Like, I don't really know what had happened to it, but it pretty much just stopped working. No rhyme or reason whatsoever. Oh my god, I am getting reamed right now. We need to go into overdrive here. Should probably go to my automatic weapon, let's be honest. That is the smarter option here. So I got it, and I got everything all hooked up, and it kind of worked, but not really. Like, there was problems with the audio, kind of, which I ended up getting that resolved. But and I was playing it. I was playing it on my, on my huge ass 51-inch TV, and I came to find out that the color was so incredibly dark, and I did everything that I could to try to adjust the color so that I could see what the hell I was doing. Because like any dark hallway like this, you almost couldn't even see in it, and I adjusted it to as bright as it would go, and I couldn't see anything, and I was like, fuck, now it's my TV's fault? My brand new TV that's only a year old? Now it's the fault of that I can't do this? It's like, what the hell am I going to do now? I finally get one problem out of the way, and I have another one. And then it hit me again. And so, I kid you not, I'm literally playing this game. It's like I took a trip in a time machine. I am playing this in the absolute fashion that somebody from 1997 would be playing this game right now. I'm playing this on like a bummy little 19-inch, sitting like a foot away from the TV action TV right now. That's what I'm doing. So forget having the top-end, video capture device. Forget having, the most advanced in, TV viewing pleasure. I'm literally playing this the exact same way that I did when I was 9 years old. And if that's not the most just fucking giant middle finger to every advanced whatever in the world, I don't know what is, but it makes it so much more awesome for me, because it's just like I'm literally taking a trip through time all over again. And I really just want to go down here. If you guys don't know what I'm doing right now, then you have no reason to live. So I just want to do this for the shits of doing it. And if you guys don't know where I'm going, and this is kind of weird for you, but the little island out here, for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure that most of you do because it's been talked about 50 bajillion times, but this island, I believe, was supposed to be used as like an actual spot in this level that you were supposed to go to. I don't remember exactly what the purpose was for. And I also believe there was speculation that it was supposed to be like a multiplayer level that just never really got used. And so that's just what that is. I could have my facts wrong because I haven't played this in so long. I could be wrong here, and if that is, well, you know what? Fuck me with a bunch of PVC pipe right up the ass. That's just what the world is. So there you go. But yeah, dude, it's just crazy. Like, who would have ever thought that it being 2014 and like all the advancements in technology that we have, that I would be reverting myself back to 1997, literally all the way, almost, to be doing this series. It's just the fucking weirdest thing in the world. But nonetheless, we are doing it. I may be doing it with the most bummy of all capture devices, but it's working. It really is. So I apologize ahead of time if, because the screen's going to be pretty choppy. There's gonna be some flickering stuff. I already know that, and I apologize ahead of time for it because it's gonna get really annoying for some of you guys. But the game's working, and that's all that I can really ask for. And the first level is done. So we have successfully completed the first level, and now everything is gonna be gravy. So, my friends, in light of all that I have gone through today, I'm just fucking exhausted. I want to go to bed right now so bad. It's almost 2 in the morning, and I've been trying to work on this since like 7:15. So, it makes everything so much more, I don't know, so much more. Let's see what we got here. 71.5, not bad. So, it just makes it that much more satisfying knowing that after all that work, I didn't have to give up on it and be like, dude, I can't do this. And it also is even better knowing that more Nintendo 64 games that I want to play in the future, I can do that now. I just have to use my old capture card for it, so... So, my friends, we have run out of time for this opening episode, but when we come back on the next installment of GoldenEye 007, we get to do the iconic, well, I guess you could probably call every level in this game iconic, but it's, for me, it's like one of the most iconic levels, and the one that I definitely played the most for multiplayer stuff, and when I was using a Game Shark, because this game is fucking hilarious with that level. So we're going to be doing the facility, but that is for another time, my friends. So until then, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching. I'm going to have an absolute blast with this series, and I hope that you guys will stick around for it, because we're going to have a lot of fun here. And the moral of the story of the day of your life is never give up, because you never know when you're going to have awesome, weird 1997 moments like this. So take it easy, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.